Yo, 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 yo. Hi, welcome to July 26th, 2024 trade recap video. I didn't take a single trade today, but I did want to go over some of the trades or one of the trade setup that I did see today. Whenever I was back testing the session, New York PM session. So let's get right into it. All right. So coming into today, we had, I believe there was no news events today that were red. Okay, so okay, I take that back. We did have core PCI or PCE price index news release at 8:30 a.m. EST. So that was our red folder news. Didn't have anything else after that, but yeah, so there was volatility that was injected at 8:30 a.m. and so coming into the session today, I was already anticipating for us to be, kind of consolidative, because if you take a look at what the weekly power of 3 looked like before the open, so this was the this is the candle that we saw whenever it was at 10 o'clock. So I start trading. I actually start trying to find setups at 10 o'clock. The first 30 minutes of the trading day, I tend to just watch and sit on the sidelines, because I don't like trading that first initial volatility. But yeah, so coming into the morning, I've noticed, hey, we're trading in within the 0.2 to 0.3 of this weekly range. So from this weekly high to this weekly low, we are already trading within it. So today I was anticipating for us to retrace back into TGIF, and basically TGIF is power of 3 concept. So we open, so this is the weekly candle, right? We open, we created the high, we create the low, and basically what TGIF is you're gonna buy longs. Technically, you're trying to find an entry that would support this idea right here to get into that 0.2 to 0.3 of that weekly dealing range. So ideally, you want to be buyers in somewhere like right here. You want to be buyers in this area, and then you want to be targeting the TGIF retracement. And whenever we opened up at 10 o'clock, we already traded back within that price range already. So I didn't really have anything else to look for. And notice, previous day low wasn't going to get taken out because of how we treated this hourly FEG. This hourly FEG here should have sent us lower. We should have respected it and took out previous day low. But we didn't do that, and we retraced back inside the TGIF zone, basically the 0.2 to 0.3 of the weekly dealing range. And so with that, I basically I told myself, hey, we're trading within this OTE of this range here. So from this swing high, so whenever we tapped inside this 4-hour fair value gap, we priced higher, right? And then we create this low right here. I wanted to see us retrace maybe into equilibrium of the range, maybe even OTE, because if we traded above this hourly FEG, that means we are most likely going to trade back into premium of this price range, which we did end up doing. And during the morning session, during the AM session, I was trying to find a trade setup that would allow the idea of us taking out London lows and Asia's lows. But we didn't get that setup to take out Asia's lows, and there was no setup to take out London lows. So after we reversed here, I basically turned off the New York AM session. I stopped looking at the charts there, and then I just went on with my day. But whenever I was back testing the New York PM session, this is what I wanted to note out here. So like I said, I didn't trade the AM session, and then during the lunch session, we took out New York AM session lows. We traded back within the OTE of this dealing range here, and then we displaced lower on the 15-minute time frame. So let's just go back to what I stated on my actual PowerPoint. So I said coming into today, I was already anticipating poor price action. That is because we no longer have an objective. We already completed our weekly TGIF by retracing back into the point 2. I should say point 2 to point 3 of the weekly range. This meant we are probably going to consolidate. So I was only looking for looking to find trades to target session liquidities, and session liquidities are like London highs and lows, Asia's highs and lows, New York AM session highs and lows. Those are just examples. So I skipped the New York AM session, and I noticed we took out New York AM session highs during lunch. We retraced back into OTE of the hourly dealing range. So there's that dealing range here, from that swing high to that swing low, and we retraced back into the OTE of it, and then we displaced lower on the 15-minute time frame. So notice this displacement. Whenever we priced away from the OTE of the range, we created a fair value gap. That just means that we have displacement, and we also have here you can note out there's market structure shift here. That's market structure shift, and then we close below a BISI that should now turn into a inversion fair value gap. The trade I actually based the trade that I was backtesting here is, so notice how this hourly candle here closed, and notice how that 30-minute here closed. So based on those two closures, I can anticipate for us to take out the hourly low, 30-minute low, and 15-minute low. So that was my terminus. That's basically my objective for this trade. And whenever we created this 15-minute fair value gap, and I noticed how this candle closed, right? This 15-minute candle, I noticed, okay, we created this fair value gap pattern, and this fair value gap looks like a fair value gap that prices will retrace back into. And I explained in my inside my fair value gap theory why I believe this is going to be a fair value gap that we retrace back into. So whenever we retrace back inside this 15-minute fair value gap, notice the power of 3 candle that we create. We create a bearish power of 3 candle. So take a look at this 15-minute candle right here, right? And let's take a look at this 30-minute candle here. So based on those two candles, I can anticipate. I'm stacking time frames now. I'm aligning time frames here. So based on that power of 3, based on the 30-minute power of 3 and the 15-minute power of 3, I can anticipate for us to take out that 15-minute swing low and 30-minute swing low, and they are in alignment with each other, which means that they have basically the same swing low. So now I would go into the lower time frames to find a supporting idea or a supporting fair value gap that supports the idea of us taking out that 15 and 30-minute low. And that is just a partial. My full terminus is that 15, 30-minute, and 1-hour low. And then, excuse me, prices retraces back inside a 5-minute fair value gap, which is going to be my entry here. So we open up at 230, right? And then we priced higher. And then after we price inside that 5-minute fair value gap, that's where I take my entry. And then bam, we displaced lower on the 1-minute time frame. We take out 15-minute, we take out the terminus and the partial. So after I take my partial here, I would have moved my stops to break even, and then I would have had my full position off at the terminus. This is a A- trade. The reason why this is an A- is because we don't have any higher time frame. We don't have a daily objective, so I'm just trading basically session objectives here. And yeah, so that is the trade that I noticed whenever I was backtesting the session. These type of trades, I always will take them. And like I said, I skipped today's session because I didn't want to trade it. I already basically completed my prices already completed my objective coming into the morning by retracing back inside TGIF already. So there was no reason for me to take any trades. And yeah, is there anything else I would do want to talk about? The risk management for this trade. So if you pay attention to my stream, or if you watch my stream, I told myself I'm going to be trading passively coming into today, because I noticed how we already completed the TGIF setup, so I wasn't gonna be forcing any trades, and I was basically gonna de-risk myself. So if I were to take this trade here, I would have risked only $360 because it is a de-risk day. And yeah, I do think that's gonna be all for the videos for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. Bam.